This is KTVO's Good Morning Heartland.
Welcome back. It is 6:19, and here's what's buzzing today. A North Texas school board voted earlier this week to change its corporal punishment policy, and Scott Kellum joins us with more. So what are they doing?
That's right. Their policy now allows district employees to paddle students of the opposite sex. The Springtown Independent School District has previously allowed gender-specific paddling of students, meaning a female administrator was permitted to paddle girls and male administrators could paddle the boys. Reason why they changed it: the parents of two teenage girls have claimed that the policy had been violated when one of the girls suffered welts, bruises, and blisters after being paddled by a male school administrator. Superintendents acknowledged it, apologized for the violation. The school board then turned around and voted unanimously to remove the gender-specific rules.
Now, the new policy requires parents to provide a written request that corporate punishment be utilized. The new rule also limits such requests to one per semester, and parents of students who violate the student code of conduct may request that corporal punishment be used in lieu of in-school suspension or after-school detention, and if they believe it's in the best interest of the child. So what do you think?
I have a very strong standing on this.
You're against it.
I'm highly against beating children in school. As bad as this sounds, that's for home. You know, if we can't control our own children, why are we relying on a teacher? And in light of lieu of detention and out-of-school suspension, this is the option that we hit our children. But you can only do it once.
Right.
You get to pick.
Right.
So I don't know. To me, this is just outrageous.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I agree with you. I guess maybe because, you know, with us, when we grew up, we didn't have this in our schools, you know?
Oh, I think we had it, but it wasn't so, you know, out there. It wasn't like they sent home a mailer to your kid with your kids, and it's like, hey, if you want us to beat your kids, check this box.
If not,
here we won't.
Right.
But it's becoming quite ridiculous that this is even an option anymore.
Right, and if we can stop rolling the prompter, that would be great, because 19 states in the U.S. allow corporal punishment in schools, though some schools use it more than others, and here in the Heartland, not so much. Iowa Administrative Code bans corporal punishment in schools. That ban was put in place back in 1989. Now, the state of Missouri, corporal punishment is legal. However, the Kirksville R3 school district does not use corporal punishment, and just last year, it was actually removed as an option for discipline in their policy. They hadn't used it for 20 years, but it was still in their policy, you know, their conduct of policy, and then finally, the Missouri board was just like, you know what, you haven't used it, why don't you just remove it? So.
Sure. Well, the thing we have to kind of look at here is really how many people out there say it's okay. You can do that. But if I'm in public and someone's kid's acting up, if I'm at Hy-Vee and I slap your kid for acting up,
they're going to get really upset.
I'm going to get the cops called to me. So why do we give it to an educated teacher of education? Why do we say it's okay for them to do it, but a stranger in public, it is not okay for them to do it?
Exactly. Now, we posted this on our Facebook last night, and surprisingly, a lot of people do agree with the school system, and they believe that corporal punishment should be used. Mitch Mayer writes, speaking as some who was spanked by my parents and the administrators of public education, I tell you, it didn't kill me. I turned out fine and well adjusted. Andy Davis writes, so schools can't teach evolution or comprehensive sex education because parents don't think it's their place, but they can bend kids over and paddle them, right? And then Austin Slaughter writes, good deal. People today are weak. Kids can't be kids because they might get hurt, and spanking is child abuse in places like California. When Little League ball doesn't keep score and every team is a winner, it teaches children life is fair, and that's by far the wrong lesson. Not everyone is a winner. You don't and you won't always get your way, and elders deserve respect. And he goes on to say that I do agree that, you know what, corporal punishment, if a kid acts up in class and they are allowed to get paddled, then that kid should get paddled.
Well, as a child, my father never, ever had to use any type of corporal punishment because we had that fear of God in my father.
Exactly.
We knew if we really did get to that point, it was going to be a spanking or something like that, but he never had to use it because we had that fear. And I just, maybe our families have lost that. Maybe we've become so disconnected from our children that we have to rely on a teacher to do it. And I love those comments. Those are some great comments.
All right. And if you have anything else to say or want to read any of the other comments that we didn't get to on our Facebook page, just head on over there and join the conversation, and we'll be right back.